Welcome to Quick Team Building Activities, where you bring the team, we bring the activities. Today's focus, virtual and communication. Today's topic, 5 virtual team building and team bonding activities. Let's get right at it. As always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want more content like this. On this channel, we focus on our team building activities for you and your team. Let's have fun. The purpose of these games is to help your team get to know each other. We all know that sometimes it's extremely important in a virtual setting to create that connectedness. Well, these activities are designed to just quickly help you to build that team, create that connectedness, and help teams get to know each other. There are no materials needed for this game other than the internet and or a computer. Once again, this is a virtual activity. Purpose, getting to know and communication. Remember, the goal is to make sure that you use it maybe as an icebreaker activity or something quick and easy before you focus on heavier content. The time length needed for these games is about 5 to 15 minutes. Once again, it just depends on what you want to do, your purpose, and how long you want this to be. If I was to do this activity, I would want to make sure that I give the teams 5 minutes, do a breakout session, and then come back together and do a share out, which might make it about 5 to 15 minutes. The first game, show and tell. This one's going to be a fun one. And the steps for this are very simple. Tell everyone in advance to bring something that is important to them. Step 2, create breakout groups and ask teams to share. And the last part in this process that you want to make sure that teams come together and report out and share out to a larger group. The goal of this activity is to make it fun, to engage in discussion where teams can ask questions, and also develop bonding as people begin to share things about themselves that maybe some people didn't know. So this is a really, really excellent strategy for you to help develop and build your team and develop more bonding. In this next activity, you want to engage the staff in an interesting, fun strategy called Best One Word. Basically, staff members are going to create and identify one powerful word to describe themselves. I've done this in a number of PD sessions with my teachers and staff, and trust me, they're going to love this game. In this game, you want to first break into groups of 4 to 5. Then ask teams to draw an image of a word that describes themselves. Then ask the teams to take 1 minute to talk about the word. Trust me, I've done this in about 10 to 15 PDs, and every single time, you always need more time in order to engage in the conversation and discussion. In this next activity, Desert Island, it's a classic spin, but just in a virtual setting. Basically, you want to take an opportunity to engage the staff in a discussion as to what would they do if they had these items. Trust me, this is a really fun and engaging activity. The first part of this process is that you want to make sure you create a list of 7 really interesting and different items that the staff members can pick into. And then you want to engage in the process of dividing the teams into groups so they can discuss what items they would bring in a desert island. Further on, you also want to make sure that you're picking interesting items such as pocket knife or 100-foot rope or a bucket, stuff like that. And as teams begin to engage in a discussion, they must decide on the top 3 items and then have the teams then come back together and share out as to what the group decided on. If you're in a pinch and need something very, very quick, well, picture sharing is the activity for you. Basically, you just want to make sure that team members come together and share out an important picture either on their background or on their phones. Questions that teams can ask are, what is the story behind the picture on your cell phone and why is it important? You can also create an activity where team members have a follow-up question to sort of ask the person who's presenting as a way to keep the conversation going. The next classic game is 2 truths and 1 lie. This is one of those games you just cannot ignore when trying to develop team and engage in the team bonding activities. In this classic game, team members must write 2 truths about themselves and 1 lie. Encourage your team members to think about something really, really different that is not easily noticeable. Then as you break out into groups, team members must decide which ones are the facts and which ones are the lies. And that's it. 5 virtual team bonding and team building activities you play with your friends, students, or your employees. You want to make sure that you keep it lively, energetic, and engaging. And always remember to have fun. Lastly, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want more activities like this. Also, put your notifications on because we post consistently.